Welcome back, Soul Tribe. For those of you new to my channel, welcome. Let's check the vibe, Soul Tribe. Let's see what's lurking beneath. Go ahead and cleanse the space. Let's check the vibe, Soul Tribe. Now remember, this is a general reading. Please, if it doesn't resonate, don't force it to fit. Okay? Let it flow or let it go, Soul Tribe. Let it flow or let it go. Let's check what's in your energy. Let's begin, Soul Tribe. Spirit, spirit. What does the collective need to know about the person on their mind? Well, collective. Someone broke their trust. Yeah. There's cheating energy here. Wow. We're hitting the ground running. And this person's going to have a lot of courage to come back, because I'm feeling that they do want to come back your way. They do. But you know what? You're not giving any second chances here, because your mind is at peace. Tell me more, Spirit. What does the collective need to know? Wow. Just flipping. Flipping. Yeah. You know what? This person was a motherfucking player. That's right. They were a player. And now, because they were a player and you don't trust them anymore, you block their ass. Now they feel blocked. This person is doing a lot of reflection, but it's not only because they want to, it's because there was divine intervention at play. Yeah, Spirit's not letting them just sit around and not reflect on what the hell they did. This person in your energy, there's a high possibility that is a single parent. And if not, they have a lot of responsibility. I am smelling, they have a lot of burdens. A lot of obligations to tend to. And here you are having a good time, partying. Yeah, you're not staying home. Tell me more, Spirit. You're not staying home. You're not going to let this person rain on your parade. Screw that. Don't think so. Yeah, this person ghosted you, collective. They ghosted you. Oh. And now they're with high anxiety. They're worrying that you really blocked them out. Because how stupid they were. They just took off on you. But now they're worried. Now they're worried because, you know what? There are consequences to your actions when you're a grown up. That's right. But look for things that are hidden. Okay, things that weren't said. And you're going to be able to put the puzzle pieces together, so to speak, okay? Because this person just took off out of nowhere. They ghosted you. They just disappeared. I guess they thought they were Houdini. They just vanished. So read between the lines, okay? Read between the lines. Not everything is clear. This person wants to come back and reconcile with you. They want to come back after they ghosted your ass. But it says here, you're not giving second chances. Tell me more, Spirit. Tell me more. Yeah. This person was a fool in love. Yeah, strong affection and in love with you. Totally in love with you. But trust in divine timing, collective. Believe in the right timing. Believe in the right timing. This person felt that they were too overwhelmed, they had responsibilities to handle, and they couldn't dedicate all their time to you, is what I am receiving. And you are the divine feminine. Boom. Flip and switch the roles, soul tribe. Yeah, that's why no matter what, they can run, they can ghost, but ultimately they're going to come back because you're the divine femme. Tell me more, spirit. They're always going to be chasing you, wanting you, desiring you. And they're in love with you. This is something that they avoided. They avoided their feelings. They avoided telling you. They were in this player energy, thinking that they had all kinds of time in the world, and they were running out of time, is more like it. Running out of time. This person looks at their phone and all they do is write messages and texts that get unsent. They don't send them. They're a coward. They're a coward. They keep replaying in their mind moments of love between you and intimacy. There's a strong bond between you. And that bond, collective, is not easily broken. It's not easily broken or replaced. Yeah, because you know what? Somebody came. I'm feeling that something came between you. And this person tried to replace you, and they couldn't. And they couldn't. You might be traveling. You might be traveling. Now, remember, this doesn't have to be far away. This could be to the city right next to you, going to another city, going to the mall in another city, anywhere, going for a bike ride. Tell me more, spirit. You're going to be doing some traveling if you're not already, experiencing new things. What? This confirmation. This is an ex-lover. Yeah, where the sparks are still there. This person has not moved on. This person is totally into you and they can't get over you. They still have the hots for you, collective. Collective, you surrendered. You surrendered. And because you surrendered, you have now found freedom. Collective, you would chase this person. And when they didn't choose you and they ghosted your ass and they left, you surrendered to yourself and you found freedom. You found yourself. You stopped pouring into this person and started pouring into you, baby, into you. That's right. Into you. What? And you're healing and releasing all that toxicity that you had with this person. This person believed that being with you was some type of a gamble. And you know why they thought it was a gamble? Just taking a chance. You know why they thought it was a gamble? Because they have responsibilities, collective, which tells me that they are responsible for a family. Okay, like this little child right here. They might have one, they might have two, they might have five. And they might have an ex-partner that's attached that they can't get away from. I'm just saying, I don't know. Let's see if spirit confirms that. But they believed that being with you and leaving this situation, that they're full of responsibilities and obligations, that it was taking quite a chance that they did not want to take, apparently, because they ghosted you. They took off without any explanation. Snake in the grass. But be careful, because not everything is as it seems. Well, I'd certainly love to find out what is not as it appears. You know what that's telling me? That this person is not happy where they are, because now they are willing to compromise and make changes to their sad ass excuse of mentality of that you were too much of a gamble, collective. Yeah, so let's leave the collective because that's taking a chance. That's taking a chance. But you go around the block a few times and you realize that the grass was not greener on the other side, and that in reality, it was you the one taking a chance because you deserve better. And now they want to compromise and they want to make changes. Yeah, okay, this one came out too. But because they want to make changes and because they're willing to compromise now, guess what? There's a fated meeting. You're going to run into them, or they're going to call you and they're going to tell you that they want to meet up, they want to see you, or you know what? They might drive around your house or show up at your workplace or at the grocery store where they know that you shop in hoping to reconnect. Mhm. Mhm. But you're showing strong character, collective. You are showing inner growth. You're doing the work. You are healing. You're releasing, and your newfound freedom, honey. I don't think that you are compromising that. I'll tell you that. This person was influenced by friends, possibly family, or a partner that you didn't know about, but they were influences at play. They were influences at play. Tell me more, spirit. Shit. Yeah. You and this person, there's silence. There's no contact. They're dying to talk to you. Yeah. Right now, they chose comfort and safety over you. They chose comfort. Notice I'm not saying love. They chose comfort over taking a chance in love with you. Mhm. But let's not forget that they want to reconnect. They want to reconnect with you and a fated meeting. You're going to receive a call. What? Confirmation? Thank you, Spirit. You're going to receive a call because remember, there's a fated meeting, collective. You're going to hear from this person. Okay, so possibly those unsent texts and unsent messages, they're finally going to have the courage to press send. Okay, but you're going to hear from them because they want to see you, they want to talk to you. This person is very insecure. They had self esteem issues because they know that deep down, you're motherfucking better than they are. And that you certainly as hell deserve better than what they could dish out. They're hurting all right. They're in agonizing pain. They should have thought again for the hell that they put you through. Tell me more, spirit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Your passionate days. Yeah, they had a really good time. Such a good time that they're still thinking about it. But with this call, lightning's gonna strike because you're gonna get an unexpected message. You might hear from them or hear it from somebody else that something is happening. Something happened. hmm And it's unexpected. You didn't even see this coming. The news that they have, yeah, because they've been keeping secrets. Secrets and lies, betrayal. But something's got to give because you're going to find out. Tell me more, spirit. Regrets. This person is in such heavy regret. They regret leaving you. They regret ghosting you because now they don't know how to come back from what they did. They don't know how to undo it. They don't know if you're going to welcome them. And collective, I don't blame you. They just disappeared. So they know they made a huge ass mistake. They did. And now they want to reconnect, but they don't know how to get to you, collective, because there's obstacles in the way. And it's more than you blocking them. It's more than that. Tell me more, spirit. It's more than that. Yeah, there's a lot of toxicity, and you've released them. You've released them. But you know what it says there? Karmic relationship. that means that the person that they are with, they are karmic. And until they learn their karmic lesson, collective, they can't come clean to you. And they know that they messed up big time because divine feminine already came out. So you're their counterpart. So they know they messed up big time. Big time. They want to apologize and make things right. They just don't know how. They don't know if you're going to open the door. Unhealthy attachment. You're an addiction to them that they can't let go. I'm getting this. This person has tried to forget you. They've pushed you away. They've tried to keep going. They've moved on. They've tried to move on and they can't because you are everywhere. They search for you. Social media, they make up fake accounts. They check with their friends' accounts, with their family member accounts because you're having a great time. You're happy, content, living your best life. And when they hear music, they get inspired and they think of you. Because again, you have this intensity and there's such a strong bond between you that they can't get over. They tried, but they can't. Soulmate. This person is your soulmate. There's an everlasting bond that it doesn't matter how far they run, they can't outrun it. But they haven't realized that. They might realize that you are their soulmate because there's something different about you and the pull that they have toward you. They see it as an addiction. And what they don't realize is that that's because it's a soulmate connection. Coming more spirit. Mm-hmm. Grass is greener possibilities. They never stop to think about all the responsibilities that they have in this karmic relationship that they have. They never stop to think about, instead of thinking about the loss that they're going to have and how scary it is for them, they never stop to think how much better it would be with you. Instead, they froze, they freaked out, and terrified of losing you, which they have, but they never thought for a minute, damn, I'm going to take that leap. I want to be with the collective because instead of thinking of the loss, I'm unhappy and I'm miserable where I'm at. I should be with the person that I want to be with. They never thought about that, about the possibilities of you and them, and of quote unquote happily ever after. They never thought of that because they're too afraid. They're too much of a coward to take the leap. Now, remember, collective, flip and switch the roles. Whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. We're still talking about the same energy. But now they're realizing, collective, they are realizing that you are spiritually awakened. And if they want to come to you, ooh, they're going to have to put in the work because, honey, you are vibrating in such a high frequency that they cannot catch up now. They're coming to that realization now because of the way you're moving. They feel it. They can feel it. They can feel the vibe. Soul Tribe. They can feel the vibe. Baby, honey, they are your divine masculine. Yes, they are. So we have divine counterparts here. This is a match. Divine feminine, divine masculine. This is a wrap. This is the magnetic pull. This is what it is. They can never outrun you. They want to change. They want to come to you. They want to be honest with you. They want to tell you the truth. They want to come clean about everything. Their disputes, their legal matters at hand. This person's going through hell. It's called karma. And you can't outrun karma either. But they wanna come clean. There's an ending. There's a breakup. Now this might be them and the karmic, or they might have caused you so much pain that you're done and you're not giving them second chances. So again, I'm talking to a large audience. You know what you've been through, and you know exactly who you are if this is your message. So either the breakup is with the karmic, and there's an ending, and there's an unexpected message that's coming like lightning, okay? And you might find out that they're not with the karmic, or you're not giving them a chance at all. You're done. Because they put your heart through the shredder and you don't want to have anything to do with them. It could go either way, collective. It could go either way at this point. It could be the karmic, or it could be you, that you've had enough. But they're missing the hell out of you, collective. They are. They can't stop thinking about you day and night, especially night. When everything gets quiet, their thoughts get louder. Confirmation. What did I say that they were? They were sorry and they wanted to apologize. Look at it right here. Confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. They want to apologize to you so badly. This weighs so heavily in their mind that they can't even think straight. They're being put through hell. Shapeshifter. Mimicking. There's someone in their energy, okay? I am getting karmic vibes that tried to mimic you, collective. Protect your energy. Because there's somebody who is trying to gain access to your energy and mimicking yours and confusing the hell out of him or her. Flip and switch the roles. Some of you may be single, not in a relationship, just having a good time dating, and you're fine with it. Or this may be them now. Yes, my dear collective. Tell me more, Spirit. I don't read these in the reverse. Heartbreak, shattered. They shattered your heart. And that's why you don't want to give them a second chance. Now, I am not saying to the majority of the collective, I'm not saying that you are or you are not. I am just the messenger. You felt so much heartbreak that's exactly why some of you are not giving them a second chance, because you can't get over the fact of what they did to you. You just can't get over it. The betrayal is too deep. Too deep. Too deep, collective. Let's get some tarot. Let's get some tarot for the divine counterparts. That's crazy. That is crazy. We're going to find out some more. Somebody's moving on. Somebody's moving on, collective. And lessons are being learned. Oof. Thief. Somebody stole your time. And now they want to come running. Running to you. Okay, Spirit. Spill it. What does the collective need to know about the person in their mind? Strength. This person is going to have to muster up the courage to come to you. Tell me more, Spirit. Justice. Yeah, they're receiving karma. There's consequences to their actions, baby. Yeah. Now they're going to be held accountable for what they did and didn't say and do. And we have the Fool in reverse. Yeah, they were distracted and they were reckless with your heart. And that's why they're paying for it now. They were foolish. Yeah. And they were careless, but they were careless and reckless with your heart, collective. And spirit doesn't take that lightly. That's why they're receiving justice, karma. Tell me more, spirit. Yeah, this person works hard. They work hard. They're committed. Tell me more, spirit. Interesting. Very interesting. These cards fell right on me. This person has to make a decision between two paths. They have to make a decision. They have to make a decision. And look at that. They were juggling you. And now it's a freaking mess. They're overwhelmed. They're overthinking because they were juggling you and everything went to hell. So they have an imbalance right now because nothing is going right for them. Look at this. Nothing is going right for them. They're getting karma. There are delays. There's blockages, all because they didn't make the right decision. They didn't make the right decision. And now they're going through it. Tell me more, spirit. That's what happens. People don't realize that, but you have your sword up, baby. Your boundaries are up. Yeah, because you have high standards now. You're not going to go for breadcrumbs. You're standing in your power. You're serious, and you're not pulling any breaks now. This is what they wanted with you. They wanted a home. They wanted marriage. They wanted a stable foundation with you. And they blew it. Tell me more, spirit. They blew it. As a matter of fact, they blew it up. They blew it up. They walked away. They walked away. This is the order. This is what they wanted. And this is what they did. They turned away from you. They gave you their back. They walked away. And they love you. I have no words. They walked away from love. They walked away from you. They walked away from happily ever after. Yes, they did. They did. Tell me more, spirit. Ace of Wands in reversed. Of course, now they're blocked. There are delays because they made the wrong decision. And now it might be too late. Now it might be too late because they walked away from you. But guess what, collective? All that passion that they had for you, they don't feel anything for the karmic. They don't feel anything with for that person that they're with. Nothing. Nothing. They're blocked completely. They don't feel anything for this person. Nothing. There's no passion. There's no romance. There's nothing. And all they do is work. Tell me more, spirit. All they do is work, work, work. And there's judgment. And this fell right on top of justice, too. Yeah, there's a reckoning coming, baby. This person is thinking long and hard of what they've done and what they have failed to do. What goes around comes around. Look at this shit. This person lived a double life, a duality. They were split. Okay? They lived in two lives. They it's like day and night. They caused you a lot of heartbreak. They broke your heart. They shredded it. They shredded it. All because they were in fear of the loss that they were going to have if they took a leap for you. What a fool. And I'm not trying. Listen, I'm not trying to bash them. I'm really not. But this is just a hard lesson to learn, that when you love somebody, you can't just you can't just disappear and not give them closure. At least own it. At least tell them, listen, I can't do this. This and this and this are happening, XYZ, whatever it is. I can no longer do this. I am split and I can't handle it. Man up, bitch, man up. And again, flip and switch the roles. I could be talking to a man or a woman. It doesn't make a difference. My expression and my message is the same. Man up. And yes, I could be speaking to the collective that's a man about a woman. She needed to own it. Own it, not ghost your ass. So again, flip and switch the roles. I'm talking to you, collective, about this person that turned around, walked away, had no sympathy for you whatsoever, disappeared, walked away, turned their back on you. Turned their back on you. Oh, I'm getting amped up, damn it. Turned their back on you all because, oh, they couldn't face you because it was easier to run away. Well, you know what? This is adulting, bitch. This is what being an adult is. And they couldn't handle it. Tell me more, spirit. Shit. Yeah. This person is insecure and reckless. Yeah. Yeah, now they want to spend more time with you and give to you. And you don't care. Because look at that. Tower moments. What did I say before? Thank you, Spirit. This is confirmation. They're going after tower moments. It's one disaster after another. Nothing is going right for this person because they're receiving justice and judgment. That's why they're going through tower after tower after tower moments. Spirit is not going to let them get away with this. Again, they need to learn their karmic lessons, and until they do, they'll keep repeating the same cycle. Some people just don't learn. Yeah, this person is very sarcastic and very cynical. This person is the typical person that didn't believe in love or fairy tales or happy endings. Yeah, they were sarcastic too and cynical. They didn't believe in love. They thought love didn't exist. That's why between them and the karmic, love doesn't exist. Until they met you. And then they fumbled you. Yeah, they were a player. They were. But this person continues to be arrogant. Yeah, very, very arrogant. And you know what? It seems to be that this person is dominant. And I see energy. They want to move towards you because they're very impatient too. What's the next action of this person toward the collective? They're in regret. They are in regret. And honey, they know again, Your sword is up, baby. They are in regret. They are feeling the loss of you and they are aching in pain because you're not having it. Yeah, you know, you're not up for the reindeer games anymore. You're done. You're done with the bullshit. You're done with the excuses. And most importantly, you don't give a shit about the damn closure anymore because they ghosted you. They walked away. They left. And now they want to come back and say what? Say what? What's going to make it better? Screw that. Tell me more, spirit. That's why they're in regret. Now they want to pour into you. Yeah. Yeah. Because they realize that they love you and they're in love with you. You're the only one that gave them peace. And now they want to wipe the slate clean and they want to start all over again. But your sword is up. Don't want that. Not with them. Not with them. And now they're in this mental prison. They're trapped in their heads and they don't know how to get out. They are playing the victim because you won't let them in. Truly, they don't know how to get to you. They feel that their hands are bound because they cannot reach you. And they are trapped in the situation that they put themselves in. How is that your fault? This person had a decision to make and they didn't make it because they felt that there was no right choice. So what did this person do? They ran. They avoided the decision. But collective, let me tell you, no action is a decision. Okay? They had to make a decision and they didn't because they thought that by avoiding it altogether and didn't making a decision, oh, I could put it off. I could put it off. Well, guess what? That's a decision. And now they are living in regret. They are living with the anxiety that they cannot handle. And the only thing it's revealing is how much of a coward they've been and how lost they are without you. And they're living in their minds like some kind of a hellish creature that can't escape. They want to make you an offer, but you're not accepting breadcrumbs. Screw that. They want to give you a love offer, a little message. They want to send you a text. They want to offer you something. They want to offer you breadcrumbs. You're not going to accept it. They're going to try to be romantic with you, sweet with you. I don't think you're going to go for that either. But this person is in King of Cups energy collective. They love you and they're realizing that. The problem is they're realizing it too soon because what they want to offer you is the Ace of Cups and they want a union with you. They want it all. They want it all. They want marriage, the whole 9 yards. Okay, they want everything. Two of Cups, union, partnership. This is it. But in order for this to happen, look what came out, death and transformation. In order for the next phase to begin, there needs to be an ending that you have already suffered, but a complete ending that will cause and catapult into a complete transformation because the ending is final. You're done. You're done. This person has to know that they lost you. That is an ending. Point blank, period. You need to completely release them. They need to really feel your loss. And again, some of you may be in no contact, but others may still have contact with this person until they feel that you are completely gone. Gone. This transformation won't begin, which means it'll lead them into the dark night of the soul. And that's when this beginning will happen. Until they don't feel that definitive end, that ending, something new cannot begin. But there it is. There it is. Death and transformation for a new love to blossom. Well, my dear soul tribe, I hope this message gave you the clarity that you needed. Until next time, keep it real. Caravana,